Let's call the meeting to order. First item of business, let's go ahead and swear in our new board members.
Dave, please stand.
Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of board member, so help me God.
the duties of board member, so help me God. All right.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of board member, so help me God.
the duties of board member, so help me God.
All right. Now that that's done, let the, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Signing paperwork.
Let's let the minutes reflect all board members are present.
Analyst.
I wouldn't have anything
Got that, Sharon?
favorable to say.
The minutes reflect all board members are present now, and now that we're legal, I'll turn it back over to our chairman.
Thank you. Good. So we need to have a roll call of board members present. Do we need, let the record show that all board members are present and accounted for. Moving on to the next. So we have a little segue on, as we look to elect officers, we have with our contractually, president and vice chair can only be in a position for 2 years at a time. Folks from the city can only have one of the two of the positions of chair or vice chair. So historically, it kind of moves around a little bit. We have some, we have a new person on. So as we kind of, it looks like the first thing that we have is for nomination of the chairman. I would throw out Dean as a nomination for chairman.
Second. A second.
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricke,
Yes.
Dean Moberg,
Abstain.
Jeff Clem.
Yes. So with that being said, why don't we, didn't we switch spots last time? Now? Are
Not
we
to
doing that?
swear in.
No, we have to be sworn in first.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick. So moving on to board vice chair. So I would nominate Marcus for that role.
Second.
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricke,
Yes.
Dean Moberg,
Yes.
Jeff Clem.
Yes. Moving on to the treasurer. Nomination for treasurer.
Don't look at
Any
me.
takers?
Don't look at me. I
guy on the
I
end.
already do it.
guy on the end that just came in.
Newbie's gotta have it, I think. I'm not sure.
I'd like to nominate Jim Fricke.
That's wonderful.
That's excellent. I hate to bring you in and put you right in there.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Second.
Marcus.
Yes, Marcus did too.
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricke,
Abstain.
Dean Moberg,
Yes.
Jeff Clem.
Yes. There's also some bonding that needs to go with that position, so it's actually a pretty easy function. It's just going through the bonding and getting that done. So, thank you for doing it.
I think yours is going to be tagging something.
Yeah. Count on it.
You actually have a great skill set for that too.
Great for the last year or so.
Now we got
Do we
to
do
pay our
it
dues.
singly or
Singly, yep.
Dean, please? I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Kansas,
the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of Board Chairman.
the duties of Board Chairman.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of Board Vice Chairman, so help me God.
of the duties of the Board Vice Chairman, so help me God.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Kansas,
the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of Board Treasurer, so help me God.
the duties of Board Treasurer, so help me God. Okay, we're taking chairs.
Get an act of it, get stuck.
We didn't have to switch.
Oh, yeah.
Send that down, right? Keep you close.
All right, now that we play musical chairs and we're all legal for another year. Moving on, take a look at the minutes and the consent calendar, the agenda. Any additions or corrections to either?
I move that we accept the minutes as they are stated.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded?
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricky,
Yes.
Dean Moberg,
Yes.
Jeff Clever.
Yes.
I guess I should change that. Excuse me.
All right, moving on to new business, we have a big turnout tonight. Anyone in the audience wish to discuss anything of non-agenda items? I see none, so we'll move on to special reports. Progress on our utilities.
We're making progress. I think it's one step forward and two steps backward at this time. We met with Westar earlier this week, and, well, we met with them several times last year. Now that they're not being taken over by whoever they were supposed to be taking over, they can start making some decisions. So we were going to set a new pole behind the building and put transformer pad behind the building and just get a utility easement from the state, and the state says not no, but we don't give utility easements as the city of Lansing. So now we're gonna have to come in from the front of the building, set a new pole still, bore down the main street, or down Kansas, set a pad where the tree used to be, over on the east side of the building, on top of the water line that's gotta come in there, on top of the gas line that's already there, on top of the two phone cables that's in there, and on top of the sewer line that's gonna end up there. So that little piece of real estate over there is gonna get real busy real fast.
So we need the 12 feet off that deck then to,
Yeah, we're gonna need a bit of that.
yeah.
So that's where we're at right now. We talked about coming across to the aerial that they've already got up on the south side of Kansas. He said you will have to pay, we will have to pay for new pole settings, transfer over. He said it would just be really ungodly expensive for us to stay aerial and then come buried across the road. So right now we're gonna be buried, which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just really busy over there. It was really nice if we could have come in the back and leave, that would have been that much less to be over on that side of the building. So, that being said, I would also like permission from you guys to start negotiations with Landell. They know we're gonna come to them, but I have not officially approached their board yet about, using their service and where we're gonna put the meter and what's gonna be metered and what's gonna be free, or if anything, or what we're gonna do. So with your permission, I will start negotiating with their board.
They meet the second Thursday of the month?
I think they meet the third Wednesday,
Third Wednesday.
but I'll find out. So
I may want to go with that.
if I had.
So everything is gonna be underground though?
Everything will be.
Everything, but what you're saying is instead of being able to have the pad and the backup generator.
Yeah, it was all gonna be underground anyway.
Right.
The city ordinance won't let you bring in, anything aerial, but what we were looking at doing is coming aerial, using what they've already got the primary across the road, but that's only single phase, we gotta have 3-phase.
Right.
If we convert back to single phase here, then we run into, we've gotta put converters, single phase converters on all of our 3-phase motors, and, one of my lieutenants is the manager for the county's equipment, and they're, when they burn one of those converters up, it's several $1,000s to replace it, and it's a nightmare, so we're just gonna stay 3-phase, and it's cheaper to run. The upfront cost is more expensive, but it's, in the long run, it's cheaper to run 3-phase. So that's what we're gonna stay with that.
Is there an order of utility code or whatever that water's got to go first, deepest? then
No,
electric?
well, there is a pecking order of how much clearance there has to be. Power wants to be at least 3 feet away from the gas, which we won't have any problem except for where we're gonna come out of the meter and cross over it to go to the generator, because now all that's gonna be on that side. So what we'll do is we'll make sure the power's down 4 feet, and then the gas will have to come across, because it's be our gas lines. We'll make sure our gas line's a foot deep and then bury it deeper. So we'll have to go into there, but water will have to go underneath all that, because power's gotta go in, And the sewer, we'll have enough line, we'll be able to bring the water line in next to the apron on the west side, and we'll get it right close to there, and then we'll have enough room for the eventual sewer line. We're not looking at doing sewer in this portion of it, because until LCF actually does something out here, let's try to get done what we can actually get done. So we'll have enough room on the east side of that easement for our property to run the sewer line down. But then we'll have to negotiate with the city, because we might as well work with the museum, because they've got to do something with their sewer also. So I've already talked to Tony about that, and we can put a couple of grinder pumps like you've got at your house and do that. So that's the big thing, what's got to be at a certain level. But it'll be over on that east side of the property, so, and it's got to be 12 feet away from the water. So that's why we'll be.
How much room do we have from the building to the property line then?
25 feet.
It's 12 feet separation
Yeah.
for those two.
Yeah, and we can be right on the property line. We need to be on the property line with the sewer, so it's
If we're gonna
between us
share.
and
Yeah.
the city, so
Okay.
it needs to be pretty close to the property line.
That means we're taking 12 feet off the deck of
Well, no, we're gonna saw the deck in half, that way we got our party deck. See, we don't want to destroy our party deck.
sounds practical, sounds like a plan.
Now, none of this is uncommon. What you're describing is normal.
It's normal,
It's normal
it's
business.
busier than what we wanna be. Like I
Yeah,
say,
but
if we
it's
could've
not-
kept the power, we knew everything else was gonna be over there, but if we'd have kept the power in the back, we'd have been a lot better off, but they say we can't do it, so we can't do it, so we'll.
Is it the
we'll do
city
it.
saying that?
No, Westar.
Oh, Westar.
Well, like I say, when the prison won't give us an easement in the back,
Okay.
right away, that ended it all. And he said, talk to the city about, like, when they just did their sewer line, they had to dig up the existing sewer and reroute it temporarily, and they dug up the pipe, set the new pipe 10 feet deeper or whatever it was, but right in the same right of way. So, I mean, they went through quite a bit of expense, and that's basically what the state told us. So they're not giving any, so, and Westar's gonna work with us.
Okay, good.
But he said, it's gonna cost, their side of it's about $15,000 to $20,000 to get power to the side of the building. And then it's gonna be us to get, another 15 or 20,000 to get everything hooked up. So, but we haven't let that bid yet, or haven't even started on that bid. I've started on the bid, but we're working with the engineers, so everything we've drawn so far is now out the window, and we're gonna redraw it.
Okay,
But do I have you guys' permission to start meeting with Lando?
better start.
So we can get that going? Because what we're gonna do, if you read in the paper with the moving water lines and stuff through the county, basically we'll do them like we did at District 8. You know, we'll use their contract, whoever they say their contractor is gonna be, because that way we don't have to worry about maintaining their codes and what their rules and regulations are, and they do bid stuff out, Landale does, so they'll bid it out, but it'll be their contractor, and basically we'll pay the bill, and it's all theirs, and it's up to their specs, and it's all good from there.
Now, I don't know, is there a difference between a private meter and a commercial meter?
Yes,
So we'll have to get the commercial? I'm
that's
assuming?
what we need to negotiate with.
Okay, it'd be better if we didn't.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, because the bigger the meter, the more it costs.
But if you're dealing with three-phase, wouldn't we need a bigger meter?
Now you're talking about meter or water
I'm
power?
talking water.
Oh, you're talking water.
Water.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, no, the meter is a meter.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Anything else on utilities?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, items for action. 2018 gap waiver.
This is an every year housekeeping item. Dave, this is what we do every year, the auditor. We are audited every year. We do not participate in the cash laws, cash basis laws as pertained by the state, so we have to have this waiver. The auditor requires us to have this, so this is what we do every year. So we need a motion to
Any questions?
the gap waiver.
Need a motion to accept resolution number 2018-1.
I move that we accept the resolution 2018-1.
We have a second?
Second?
Motion and second?
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Frecky,
Yes.
Jeff Clem,
Yes.
Dean Mober.
Yes. Purchase of turnout gear.
Again, this is something we do every January. It takes 3 to 4 months to get this gear in, so we like to order it right off the bat. We budget for it every year. We budgeted $12,000 this year, but talking with the guys, this gear's up, their gear's still good. So we're starting to see some paybacks of buying the better equipment rather than buying the bottom of the line. So we're, instead of getting 3 years out of it, we're starting to get 5 years out of some of it. So we're only buying 3 sets this year. We may buy some more if we get some smaller guys later. The new guys we're getting, we got gear up there to fit big guys, but nothing in the smaller size. So we'll start getting some smaller gear ordered. So that's why we're looking at 3 sets at this time.
Has the
But we did budget for 6.
price gone up?
No,
since the
this
first?
is the same price as last year till February 1st.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Need a motion to purchase 3 sets of turnout gear at $2279.67 each for a total of $6839.01 to replace worn out stuff. Do you have a motion for that?
I move that we approve the motion of the request of 3 sets of turnout gear at $2279.67 apiece.
Second?
Moved and second?
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Frecky,
Yes.
Jeff Clem,
Yes.
Dean Mober.
Yes. Go ahead, skip on down to items for discussion. Or do you want to talk about 7C now?
Yeah, we need to go ahead and start. Go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
We've added item 7C, the MOU for the fire grant. This came up very quickly. What is going on is the fire grant is what we got. We received one back in 2004 for our air packs and our air compressor and fill station and everything was about $190,000. We haven't received a grant since, but we put in for it every year. We were going to put in for it again this year for new air packs, since the air packs we bought in '04 are going to be non-functional in '19, so they've got their lifespan. But we have met now with all these departments mentioned on this. City of Edwardsville is taking the lead on filing for a community grant. They have a little bit better chance of getting approved. Basically, the fire grant, there's about $2 billion worth of requests every year from fire departments all over the United States. And now this year it's down to, I think there's like 300,000 or $300 million worth of money. So the need is way up there, but the dollars is small, so you know, the grant writers are making a lot of money off writing these grants, and they gotta be really slick and polished up. But the emphasis on community-type grants where it's gonna help more than one department. So we've all come together, most of the departments of Leavenworth County, the smaller departments are in on this grant to Bonner Springs, Edwardsville out of Wyandotte County, and now we've got in with Medac out of Johnson County, so now there's going to be 3 counties in on this grant. So we're hoping that, you know, the more the merrier. Washington will see that, hey, this is a big community grant type thing, so they'll approve it. So Edwardsville has taken the lead on doing this, but the grant was supposed to have come out in October, and is historically, you know, 60 to 90 days to fill out your grant application. This year it came out on December 22nd, and they give 5 weeks to get this done. And so you can see with 10 or 11 different departments in here, he's got his hands full trying to get this approved. So he's trying to get this rushed through as fast as he can. So that's why this agreement is before you guys tonight. Basically, what this says is Edwardsville is on the hook for, if we receive the grant, we have to come up with 10%. And our share of, we're looking at about $180,000. So our share would be $18,000, which we have budgeted for. So if we get a $180,000 grant, then we have to come up with $18,000. Edwardsville wants to make sure that we're going to come up with that $18,000. So then that's what this MOU is about.
So this is all just for air packs?
We're putting, air pack, well, you can see on page 4 what we're actually looking at. And you can see he doesn't have all the information here yet because some departments have just, they're kicking back and, you know, they're gonna screw around and put all this information in the last day. So we're looking at 22 air packs. They're about $7,500 a piece. The masks are about $500 a pop, and these are extra. The 22 air packs are with the air pack, 2 bottles, because you have to have a spare bottle, and a mask. And what we're looking for is seven extra masks, because we actually have 25 firemen, so each fireman has to have his own mask. But we've only got 22 riding positions, so we have to have 1 bottle or 1 pack in each riding position. So, and then we have a confined space rig, so we have to have 4 extra masks for that. RIT packs, which is a rapid intervention team, rescue team. We've got 4 packs right now, but they're, you know, limiting us to 2. So if we get this grant, we can come up with some money to buy 2 extra ones if we have to.
Does the grant get us all of, every department gets what they've asked for?
Yes, yes. Or they are going to give you a part of it. You know, if you put in for $1 million and they come back and say, well, we can't give you $1 million, well, you take $750,000.
Then it
Well, you'd
still
be
gets
stupid
broken
not
up
to.
10% of
And it's 10, yeah, it's going to be broke up
Yeah.
to how that goes down.
So it's not based on our request, because we're requesting more than anybody else, so you just broke it up 10% by for everybody?
No, we will get 10%. It costs us 10% of what we're going to get.
Thank you. Yes, that
But
makes sense.
the fire grant can come back and say, well, this is a really good grant, but we're not going to give you $1 million, you say $1 million, we're going to give you $750,000, will you take it? Well, you'd be stupid not to take
Then we
$750,000.
pay
You have to come up
10% of
with.
whatever we would be
Yes,
allotted.
yes.
That makes sense, got it.
So the fill station has to be upgraded back there, and then a snap adapter kit is another little tool. So voice amplifiers is what we talk over. So basically, $190,000 for this. Like I say, we'll have to come up with $19,000.
Our max out of pocket and risk, or not risk, is 19.
$19,000. But we get
That's
$190,000
right.
from the government, which we're gonna have to do in 19 anyway. I mean, we have to. So what my recommendation would be tonight is for you guys to approve this with the caveat that it's approved by our lawyer, because we want our lawyer to look this over. But we have to have this in to him in the next 2 weeks, because the fire grant requires any community grant like this, everybody has this MOU. So he's, like I say, he's kind of got his feet up against the fire. And I told him, well, our meeting is tonight, we're the first jurisdiction to have a meeting this early in the process on this. And like I say, it's got to be turned in by February 5.
Now, continuing where Jeff was heading there, make sure I understand, our need, or we're requesting more than anybody else here.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be, it's not 10% of the grant
No.
to each entity, it's going to be,
10% of
it's
our
in
share.
this document someplace, that'll be
10% of our share.
of our share.
Yes.
So however this breaks down.
Yeah, 10%,
number-wise.
10% of the money that we get.
Correct.
We
But
have
if
to
they
cover.
give $500,000, I didn't want Edwardsville to say, well, you're gonna get 100,000, we should get 100,000.
Yeah, no.
So it's already worked out.
It's already spilled out. You're gonna get, if, you know, they're wanting, what, 100 and 200 and some air packs, we're getting 22.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right.
So we need a motion on that?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
So I move that we approve the MOU for the fire grant, the contract, with the caveat of having legal to review and approve. Is there any, I don't think there's another caveat we need in there.
No, I think.
Not to exceed 10, more than 10% of our allotted amount?
Yeah.
we need that in it?
No, I wouldn't think so. You're just proving this because it's already set to 10% in there. So,
Based on council's approval then?
yeah, based on council's approval.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. Motion and second.
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricky,
Yes.
Dean Mober,
Yes.
Jeff Bud.
Yes.
And like I said, throw it at you, but it's such a fast turnaround on this.
Oh, yeah.
And he's trying to
Get it
get,
done.
he's trying to herd cats is what he's doing. He's
We
doing
can
a
get
heck of a job.
anything.
He's doing a heck of a job. Yeah.
Okay, on to items for discussion. Next meeting, talking about having a work session.
Yeah, usually February is a pretty light month. We don't have anything major to discuss, so we kind of use that as a work session to bring the new guys in, you know, bring up the CIP, and we've got some other things to discuss, start the replacement process and whatnot, see how you guys want to go about that, when you want to start that. So that would be my suggestion for the February meeting, is just a work session.
Okay.
If you guys don't have any issues with that, so it'd be informal.
Dave, this is a great time. Any questions you have about the district, so it's informal. Okay. So we just come here, don't even have to wear shirts, and talk about whatever's on the agenda, and if you have something, send it to the chief to be on the agenda. Okay. It's wide open. All right.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Okey-doke.
All right, moving on then to, and it's same date and everything's down at the bottom.
I think that's when we give the new member their test, right? We give them the book. You've got the book. There's a written test. You gotta make it 90% or above. You already started? Okay.
You talking about he buys after?
Oh, that's right. Because if you
Yeah.
fail the first time, you gotta get 90% or above. So you can only miss 2 questions. If you fail, you have to die.
All right, board member concerns. Jeff?
I have none.
Jim? Marcus?
None.
Dave? No. The only thing I'd like to say is to thank Mr. Klemp over here for 2 years of service as chairman. He did a fine job.
Amen.
And appreciate all the hard work and what you've done there.
Good, thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
And a second.
Don't anybody leave. You got lots to say.
Gotta sign some.
We got a couple things to say anyway.
Dave Nestor,
Yes.
Marcus Major,
Yes.
Jim Fricky,
Yes.
Jeff Bud,
Yes.
Dean Mober.
Yes, thank you all very much.